Hey, what is going on the YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to you the full drop list for this week, which is week 14 of the full winter season. Now this week we have a lot dropping, to be honest. We've got True Religion, we've got accessories, we've got, yeah, that's actually basically it. But we've got a lot dropping, a lot of different things, a lot of different items, and yeah, a lot that's decent, but a lot that I'm also worried about because the retails could be up there. So yeah, there are two sides to it. There's the side where it's like, yeah, let's go for it. And then there's the side where it's like, it's expensive, maybe not. And a lot of people are just going to be holding off for box logo weeks, which should be next week or the week after. It's hit and miss. It could be a collaboration next week and then it's the week after, or it could be the reversal. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into this drop list and yeah, go over it. But I bet the retails will be out by the time I upload this, so it's always the case. So yeah, anyway, let's just get straight into it. Okay, now I apologise if there's any background noise or any outdoor noise. There's a lot of work going on at quite a few places outside, so yeah, I can't really do anything about that. What I can do is move this into the scene, actually. Yeah, it's kind of in the scene, but yeah, because obviously 'tis the season, it is coming up, and I just need to put lights behind me and sort a load of other things out. But yeah, I've been slowly getting everything in place for like Christmas time. But getting on with the week, we start off with the coffee maker. It's probably going to be expensive, let's just be realistic. It doesn't look like it's simplistic. I don't drink coffee, so it doesn't interest me in the slightest. I never have, I never will. Same for tea, does nothing for me. So we can move straight on to the piece that I do like, but I'm expecting to have a high retail, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it at that point, because a lot of people basically put, if they see you like putting this up and you have it out, they're going to steal it. Don't know about that. So yeah, retail expectations or estimations have been anywhere from like £128 to like £300. I really don't know, I'll be honest, because Christmas decorations are such a difficult thing nowadays to gauge or guess. Like, you can see a snowman that's LED lights and you'll be like, oh, that's cool, and it's like 4 feet tall, and then all of a sudden you look online and it can be like £75 to £90, and it's like, wait, how? So yeah, it's hard to guess. I think this is really cool and I would have a place for it, but at the same time, I'll be honest, if it's over like £120, I just don't see the point. Like, I really don't. So we can move on to the Mophie Snap Pack Mini or Juice Mini. What a name. Mophie Snap plus Juice Pack Mini. Okay. Before it was just Mophie Charger, now it's longer and longer. But I'm just guessing it's a miniature or easier charger that can probably just fit in your pocket. Because one of the ones that I have from them, it's like a brick. So I'm sure they're more streamlined nowadays. So yeah, we can move straight on to some of the bags that were in the lookbook, but obviously not released at the beginning of the season, which are more so the bandana designs and more Christmas, I guess you could say, colours, where we've got the red, blue and green sort of tones going in. But yeah, we have the puffer side bag. Personally, green for me is always a go-to colour. You know, it's always one that I appreciate and like, so I'm going to be biased towards it. But other than that, the bandana shades aren't too bad. From there, we have the Politec face mask half zip pullover. This and the other face mask piece, or Politec piece, that's dropping this week, are on sort of people's mind or on their list. I don't know whether it's because they want them or their reasoning or whatever, but yeah, it's definitely piqued people's interest, I suppose would be the way to phrase it. As far as the half zip pullover goes, personally for me, the camo colorway or this front beige, cream tan, sand, I don't know what to call it, tone, is really nice, I'll be honest. I really do like this front tone. At the same time, Palace did have a piece not too long ago that was similar to it, except for the fact that they had like a diagonal zip going on. Which do I prefer? It's difficult to say. I do really like this. I do think it's a decent piece. Box logo is in a cool placement, I suppose. But for winter time, it's obviously really good, but I don't know. Looking at it fully zipped up, I'll have to zoom out like that, I'll be honest, it doesn't look the greatest in red. But in the other colourways, I'm sure it might look a lot better. But only time will tell. We'll have to see pictures of people in them. From there, we've got the Play Dead book. yeah, by William Strobeck. It's not really much to say about it. There's also a tee coming out. Last time they did something like this, it was like a bundle, so you could get them together. From there, we do have the Politec face mask beanie, something that interests me a little bit more. Yeah, with a packable, so it probably just folds up and away into it, or probably behind it. So yeah, colorways are cool. Yeah, again, I'd probably say the same, but I'd also include like the black colorway and the blue this time, because they just translate a bit better onto a beanie. So yeah, Palace also have a beanie coming out this week, which is the one with the little like bear ears to it, which I think is really cool. But I don't know, I've picked up a few too many beanies this season, I think, or over the last couple of months. So yeah, we then have the puffer pouch. Same sort of thing, to be honest. All of the colorways are pretty decent. The bandana sort of tones probably be the better ones, but I still like the green colorway because I'm biased. So yeah. From there we have the puffer backpack, same sort of story. I think all of the colorways are okay, but I will be more biased to the green, and obviously the other two tones, same story. We then have the Politec zip jacket. Not my favourite, but I will be honest in that I have seen comments of people saying that they liked it. So yeah, it's hard to gauge where people were just like, I'm going to sleep on this week. Oh, but that piece is good. And it's like, wait, I thought you were sleeping. So I don't know. I'd probably agree with the same sort of colourways as before, of just the camo. And this, it's not white and it's not tan. I don't know what it is. But this colourway that's almost cream, but it's not cream, but it's like beige with a tan, and I don't know. We then have the first True Religion piece, being the Gore-Tex Trooper. I sort of like the Trooper. I don't know which colourway, I will be honest, because I'm not too much of a fan of when you can see all of the lines to a piece. It really doesn't like appeal to me when you can see the stitching. It's just one of those things that I'm just not a huge fan of. With it being Gore-Tex, it'll probably be more expensive than the typical retail that we see for a Trooper, but that just happens at the end of the day when you sort of up the quality. It's one of those things. We then have a mohair beanie. I'm trying to think if these in the past have done well or not. I can't remember, but to be honest, the black colourway is really clean and simple. So yeah, we can move straight on to the geo-reversible windstopper fleece jacket. For some reason, I saw people refer to this as the Ninja jacket. I don't know why. Maybe because of the text. I really don't know. But they said that they liked it. So yeah, I don't know. Palace also have a fleece this week. I know I'm going on about Palace a bit too much, but they've got fleece this week that is nice, wintry. Depends on the retail, but yeah, I think it's a really clean piece. So you can keep your eye open, you know, for different areas. If you don't want to pay whatever Supreme are going to retail this at, Palace do have an option. So yeah, we then have a small box long sleeve tee. I really like this front mustard colourway. I don't know what they were doing with this, you know, floral one. God, jeez, when they were just throwing that in. I don't know, were they aiming for like a 3 with this and they've missed? I can't tell. But across the board, the colourways aren't that bad. It's just not for me. With it being a long sleeve tee and not a top, it should be cheaper than the normal. But the tag is a bit different, so maybe not. We then have the puffer neck pouch. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these straps. They're extremely thin. I don't think they're great in any way. Previously, when they first started to do these sort of thin straps, they did it on like a Nike or Nike piece that I picked up. It was horrendously thin and I just wasn't a fan of it. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be people who will grab this, but not for me. We then have the True Religion zip up hoodie. I'm not a zip up fan, but I do think that the colourways or the way that they've done almost like this gradient tone is different compared to their normal. But yeah, we then have the Politec pant. Same sort of thing. I think that the camo blue, black and this tone are just the better ones. I'm not a fan of this like lime almost colour and the red. It's just not for me. We then have the Politec camp cap to cap off the Politec pieces. Yeah, I probably think the same sort of thing of just blue, this colour, camo and black. We then have the True Religion Gore-Tex shell jacket. This isn't that bad, to be honest. I think it's actually quite nice, but it hasn't received the greatest of support. I just think in the like denim blue tone that it's the best. In the other shades, I don't think showing everything as they are, like the stitching, is the greatest. We then have the layered jean, which is just not for me. So I'll move straight on to the True Religion sweatpant, which I think I appreciate a bit more than the hoodie. Just on a sweatpant, I think it just works a bit better. With the layered denim trucker jacket to go alongside the jean. Maybe in the black colourway, maybe. No. We then have a Raymond Pettibon piece dropping, being the work shirt. We haven't had Raymond Pettibon in so long, like ages. So yeah, it's nice that we have pieces this season. We then have the True Religion Gore-Tex pant. I've seen a lot of people saying even with the retail they're going to be going for it because the past one ended up reselling. I can understand that mindset and going into it, but just beware, you know, sometimes things don't go to plan, but obviously if it's your gut instinct, just go with it. We then have the Geo beanie, which is okay. I think just the black colourway is the only colourway that I'm like, yeah, that's fine. The central one's okay, but yeah. We then have the Currency Jacquard Zip long sleeve polo. Yeah, it's not for me. The piping 6 panel, not for me. And the 24k gold beanie. No, I can't agree with like the last 4 pieces. I really can't. So that is going to cover the drop list for this week. As per normal, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you're going to be going for. Yeah, that's basically it. And whether or not your items from last week or orders from last week have arrived. But yeah, that is pretty much everything from me. So I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.